this one is no exception. The only foreigners for as far as the eye can see, and everyone from hotel hawkers to taxi drivers wants a piece of the action. This is where we're wandering.
So despite our best efforts, we find ourselves stranded in Guangzhou, surrounded by hotel hawkers and other questionable characters, exhausted from a day of travelling, when two ladies started offering us a hotel.
And everyone's harassing us, and we went, it's the first day in China, we don't know how much we should be paying for a taxi, let alone a rickshaw, let alone a hotel.
And we went, I don't know what you called it, but it was a bike and a cart. Karen got in the first one with the two women and all the baggage, and Sarah and I got in the one at the back, and we started off.
So I'm in a rickshaw and I'm on my own, except for I've got two Chinese girls who are talking in Chinese and
Have this mad dash down the road, Grandma's freaking out.
It was a horrendous trip because we were on a 3-lane highway and they were travelling against the traffic, just whizzing in and out between everything.
and I'm straining to look behind me because that's where Sarah and Grandma are, and we're going whew, that way.
Taking our life in our hands.
Then we're going whew, that way. And the point is, we don't know where we're going because they've sort of just accosted us, and we've agreed to go on this rickshaw ride, and we don't know how long the rickshaw ride's going to go for, and we don't know where we're going.
But anyway, we arrived at the hotel and everything turned out okay in the end.
Having survived the rickshaw ride and secured the hotel, we recover over dinner. Up the next day with our train tickets in hand, we set about exploring a city we knew very little about. Granny was delighted to have mastered the subway.
You have to get your ticket out of the machine. Before you get your ticket out of the machine, you've got to go to the counter to get changed in them in, and then a token comes out.
Now where do we have to go now?
Put it in the thing as you go through the gate, or put it in when you get out the gate.
Where are we going to go, Sarah?
It's complicated.
A big city and an important factor for China's economic growth, Guangzhou is primarily a waypoint for travellers, its station connecting Hong Kong and China's mainland.
I think I'm a bit fickle because I've been getting to love escalators as much as my recliner. Smiling, I love escalators.
Beyond the mosque and Muslim cemetery, the orchid garden is a gorgeous place to relax. The tea is hot and the setting is beautiful, even when the orchids aren't in bloom. Having made the most of our unexpected stopover, we finally put our overnight train to Guilin.
No warning, but we got our bags up on the thing up there and we didn't get left behind. That's always good. I think we've enjoyed it. Oh, didn't say all aboard. Didn't say anything.
Traveller's tip number 6. Know your Chinese train classes. Unless you're prepared to sit up all night, you'll need a hard sleeper. Granny has narcolepsy and could truly sleep anywhere, but it wouldn't be comfortable. There are dining cars in most trains, but for the quintessential Chinese experience, it has to be noodles. If you've travelled in China and haven't travelled by train, you're missing out on one of the great experiences of Chinese travel. Trains are the backbone of Chinese industry and travel, and by far the easiest and most enjoyable way to get around. Sleepers allow you to fall asleep in one city and wake up in another, which is perfect for those who are on a short time frame and want to see as much as possible. So our train is taking us from Guangzhou to Guilin. From here we plan to travel south, down the Li River to the backpackers' mecca, Yangshuo. Arriving in Guilin, we organised a bus to the boat and, at the bank, made a devastating discovery. Traveller's tip number 7. Spread your money around, with multiple accounts and access cards, so if you lose your bank card, you're not left stranded. So Mum's left her card in the ATM in Chiku and now she has no access to her money. She's called my sister at home who's trying to sort it out, but for now it's lucky that she's travelling with Grandma and me and has spread her money around. Having done everything we could, we caught a bus to the town of Kaoping. Traveller's tip number 8. Take a slow boat down the Li River. Most people travel directly from Guilin to Yangshuo by bus, but if you do, you miss out on this. Travellers in China will recognise the scenery from the 20 yuan note. Those who travel to this part of the region will find the food to be very fresh.
I'm eating beer fish that has just been caught out of the Li River. The lady went down while we watched her with her bucket and a net and brought back fish, this one. Cleaned it, gave it to, I don't know whether it was his son, but he cooked it, and he's also made this other beautiful dish, and it is delicious.
If you survive lunch, it's an easy journey to Yangshuo, a welcomely touristy town famous for its never-closing street market and banana pancakes.
It needs a big blob of cream.
It's a town of stunning natural beauty where Western culture meets Eastern culture in sometimes surprising ways. If you find yourself overwhelmed by how touristy Yangshuo can get, stroll to the farmers market and have dinner with the locals.
And Sarah is having for tea snake.
You have to ask yourself the question, why would anyone order a snake to start with?
I have a motto that says, I'll try anything once.
So she orders herself a snake, and then the food doesn't come, and we don't think anything of that.
And I've seen spread out on the tables, all these different types of meats. I assume the snake is one of them.
Anyway, we waited for a long while, and eventually, in the distance, I saw a woman coming in with a bag wiggling, and I said, Sarah, here comes your dinner.
That is going to be one big meal.
Chinese lesson number 2. 有没有素食食品? Do you have vegetarian food?